Ella. Ella, first of all, thank you for this honor. It means the world to me. It has been a true pleasure working with you these past few years. One thing I have said often is you live into your middle name, which is grace. You bring a certain level of grace and class to everything you do, even if it's pushing the boundaries of the dress code. While you have been blessed with stunning beauty, God has blessed you with a decency and a humility that will serve you well in the future. Mediocrity is not in your vocabulary, and the example you set and your willingness to help your fellow actors is a testament to who you are. Your calm, steady demeanor encourages everyone to do their best because you do. Over the years, you could have played any of the lead roles in the shows you were in, but you graciously accepted the supporting roles. Your performances were memorable and captivating. You chose to be a team player and not a prima donna. You patiently paid your dues, waiting for your chance to shine, and shine you did in this year's performance of Guys and Dolls. In spite of your beautiful, pitch-perfect voice and powerful stage presence, you never overwhelm your castmates. You have left a legacy to Hillcrest that will last for years to come. On senior night, I joked that when I grew up, I wanted to be you. It wasn't a joke. It is a deep admiration for who you are and who you will become. My prayer for you is a life filled with faith, strength, and dignity. You are off to a good start. With that thought in mind, I'd like to leave you with one of my favorite verses. Proverbs 31:10-31, known as the wife of noble character. Now it's too long to read the whole thing because everybody's got dinner reservations, but this part I will read. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Hang the verse on your mirror, refer to it often, for in the end it is that noble woman we all aspire to be. I can't wait to see how God uses you in the future. You are so bright and talented, and I know He has big plans for you. Enjoy the journey, but always remember the way back home. Anjali. Well, the day I have dreaded has come. I can't even imagine a day without your smiling face coming through my door with another idea of how we can make the show better. I think the thing I love most about you is, like me, you have big dreams. We dream big dreams. We have approached each show like a production at the Pantages, never setting for just good enough. You are the consummate professional. And with the help of your family and fellow actors who have you guys have taken a lunchtime club and turned it into a performing arts powerhouse. Another thing I love about you is your desire for excellence in all that you do, be it theater, relationships, in service to Him, or use of your gifts and talents to the fullest. Over the past 7 years, you have helped me reach my dreams, and I hope in some way I have helped you reach yours. As I reflect upon it, my admiration and fondness for you began when, dressed as a wolf, your little bitty self was thrown across the stage by a much larger beast. Most kids would have left the stage in tears, but not you. You jumped right back onto his back for another round. You have continued with that same spunk and professionalism, no matter what the role. You are forced to be reckoned with and always will be. My fandom was further solidified when I saw you dance the Nutcracker. Beautiful, but not what you wanted to do. Over the years, you have grown as an actress. Adelaide was your dream role, and you brought a depth of talent and enthusiasm to the role that won't soon be forgotten. Anjali, you are in a director's dream, always effortlessly putting suggestions into place, even when it was out of your comfort zone. I can't help but smile when I think of the Persian goodbye, and then what eventually became known as the signature move. I am so grateful we have videos to relive those memories for years to come. I confess I was sorry when you said you were not going to pursue theater, but as always, your reasons were mature and sound. Your voice, not just your singing voice, is a powerful force. Use it for His glory. You have been an absolute delight to teach, and while I am sad for me, I am excited for the world. Take that desire to create a big show into the world. Go be His voice in this world. I know you will represent Him well. Proverbs 31:25-31 says, she is clothed in strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Jojo, the world is your oyster. Go be the light in a rather dark world. You are strong, beautiful, and incredibly talented. Wherever God takes you, go with confidence, knowing that you are greatly loved by your family, your friends, by God, and by me. And now I'd like to welcome Peter Espinosa to the stage.
Jaren. So first I got to say that I'm honored to be here giving this speech on your behalf. Typically, from my understanding, is that when students choose someone for this speech, it's someone that, it's a faculty or staff member who has had a significant impact on them during their time here at Hillcrest. Someone who knows them. So the fact that you felt that I qualified for that, having only known you for this year, it's really an honor for me, sincerely. For those of you who don't know, in addition to teaching 5 social studies classes, I am also the worship band director. When I first began working here at Hillcrest over the summer, and people found out that I was the new worship band director, I got a lot of, oh, have you met Jaren? Oh, wait till you meet Jaren, he's great. Oh, Jaren's amazing. A lot of that, every time that came up. And honestly, I was like, well, okay, I'm a musician. I'm a singer. I've been doing that for over 30 years. So I think I'll be the judge of who's great or who's amazing. So, I was like, okay, whatever. Quite frankly, and honestly, I was worried that when I first met you, that you would be this like cocky, arrogant kid who was good and who was amazing, and I was worried that you'd be like all too aware of it. I've had that experience in the past. I didn't quite know what to make of you when we first met over the summer when you came to help set up the music room. But as we settled into the school year at Wow Week, and you took charge of chapel and the worship for that week, I instantly knew that you were not that kid that I was worried about. Definitely turned out to be the complete opposite of that. Yes, you are incredibly talented, and you have been truly gifted by God, and you will go far in music. You won't be living under a bridge. If you do, it's going to be a really nice bridge. But what is going to serve you best, what is going to get people to respond to you and follow you as they do already, what will carry you far is your humbleness. You allow your talents and your abilities to serve the greater good of the group. It's never about you. It's always about the team. You know how to talk to and handle musicians, which can be very tricky considering egos. Many musicians have, especially guitar players. You have made my time as a worship band director so easy. It's similar to what Westfall said about when he saw Caleb, and I've got an athlete. I was the same way. I was like, I've got a musician, man. I've got a worship leader. So I'm set. I knew that if there was ever something else that I had to go do during our class, that you'd be able to take over. And I'd have no worries about that. We had a few conversations about music, and gigging and some do's and don'ts of that. Your willingness to learn and take advice is another example of your graciousness and humility. And it was also a real privilege and honor to rock out with you at Backyard Barbecue. And also, when we went shooting for Max's birthday, that was a great time. I think we need to do that again. We'll do another reunion of that trip. And seeing Max out there being the second best shooter on the course, who the best was. So, go out there, man. Share your gift with the world. Continue to lead God's people in worship. Continue to sing His praises. Psalm 92 says, "It is good to give thanks to the Lord, to sing praises to your name, O Most High, to declare your steadfast love in the morning and your faithfulness by night, to the music of the lute and the harp, to the melody of the lyre. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. At the works of your hands I sing for joy." Congratulations, Jaren. You'll be missed. It says here I'm supposed to do Max's next, but I don't think so. We're going to come back to that one. I got to make it through another one first. Hannah. So again, similar to what I said at the beginning of Jaren's speech, I'm truly honored to be speaking here on your behalf. As with Jaren, I've only known Hannah since the beginning of this school year. But in that short amount of time, she has had an impact on me and has become someone I truly admire. Not only is she smart, charming, and talented, she is one of the happiest and most positive people I know. Nothing seems to get her down, and I don't know how she does it. I had Hannah for 2 classes. I had her for AP Government and Politics, and then I had her in worship band. At the beginning of the year, and most of you I had in that class also, you may remember me saying that I like to joke around and tease a lot in class. And I said, if I tease you, it's because I like you. I'm pretty sure I got around to teasing everybody in the class. But I know for a fact that, Hannah, I teased you a lot. Not just in government, but also in worship band. And in the hallway. And wherever else we were. Among the things that I like to tease Hannah about was about her being a San Francisco Giants fan. But what's great about Hannah is that she gives just as good as she gets. She's always quick to have a comeback, and she can really hold her own, giving it back to me. Just recently, while I was away on the 8th grade field trip to Washington, D.C., Hannah sent me a picture of a truck with a USC decal on the back of it. I went to USC. And she made some snarky comment about it, which doesn't really need to be repeated. And I know I made some comment back to her, but I don't really remember what it was. But the fact that she saw that, thought of me, and knew she could tease me about it, just reinforced to me what fun she is and the joy she must have felt by giving me a good-natured zing. A common phrase that we teachers like to use when we're filling out report cards, if we're filling out comments on report cards about students, is that he or she is a joy to have in class. When it comes to Hannah, no statement could be more true. In worship band, Hannah was another one of my consistently solid players. I knew I could always rely on her to get everyone organized and ready to rehearse. Coming up with song choices week after week can be a challenge, but Hannah was always ready with several suggestions and ideas. And even when some of those ideas and suggestions would get shot down, usually by Jaren, sometimes quite aggressively, she always responded with a smile, a laugh, and just maintained the most positive attitude. It was like, okay, let's do something else. Hannah, don't ever lose that joy, that positivity. It is contagious. God has put that in you for a reason, and I believe that you will impact the lives of many people through your joy and happiness. They'll want to know where it comes from, and I know you will tell them that it comes from the Lord. I want to leave you 2 verses. Psalm 144, verse 15 says, "Blessed are the people whose God is the Lord." Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." Congratulations, Hannah. All right, this is the one I've been dreading for weeks, if not years. Maxwell. So if I get a little shaky on this one, it's because I did legs today too. So my gunning. Max. In July of 1965, your grandfather reported for duty. At the Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego. There, he underwent the challenge of Marine Corps recruit training and ultimately earned the title of United States Marine. 28 years later, in July of 1993, I also reported for duty at MCRD San Diego and did the same as my father. 28 years later, in July of this year, you will do the same. You will continue this tradition of military service for our family that goes back to your great-grandfathers. Man, those legs. When you told us about your plans, I was a little surprised because it was never anything that I pushed on you. Yeah, I told you stories because you asked and stuff like that, but I didn't want you to feel like you had to do this. Especially something military service, and especially the Marine Corps, is something that has to be a calling. It has to be in your heart. So I was surprised, but not entirely, because you have always put service to others before yourself. You're always protective of your sisters and your brother, even though they may not realize it. You were always ready and willing to stand up and protect your friends. And that may have gotten you in trouble in the past, but we always talked about making sure you were on the right side of things. You have always been selfless, compassionate, and a caring individual, and your mother and I have always been proud of that. Although today may feel like the culmination of years of effort and work, and that something is coming to an end, it really is a beginning for you. Your journey through life really begins now. And you've chosen to begin that journey by undertaking one of the most difficult challenges a young person can undertake in our country. This will be an experience that will mold and shape who you will be for the rest of your life. As I said, it will be difficult, but take this with you. Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me." I know firsthand what you'll be going through, and have looked all over for the word or phrase that adequately expresses how proud I am of you. I have searched for that, and I have failed. I have failed because there is no word or phrase that truly expresses how proud I am of you. The sense of pride I feel is indescribable. So begin this journey, continue to serve others, continue to serve others in a way that few people will ever do. John 15:13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends." Most importantly, continue to serve the Lord in all that you do. Godspeed, God bless, and Semper Fi. I'm done.
following is a beloved tradition at Hillcrest Christian School. During this time, we will be inviting pastors, board members, and faculty